The Russian scandal has put the spotlight on our country's aging IT infrastructure, and not just the equipment. You might be shocked to learn just how many of the men and women charged with keeping our government's computers safe and effective are among the country's oldest workers. Correspondent Peter Ducey tells us more tonight.
During the presidential campaign season, there was a lot of talk about who should have his or her finger on the button that controls the nation's nuclear arsenal. Well, turns out that nuclear arsenal is partly coordinated using an 8-inch floppy disk.
Where do you buy a floppy disk? I mean, I can't imagine what the price is now. And so that's the big threat, is this slow, grinding, lower quality, higher cost set of services.
The cost of caring for such ancient equipment is now so high, the feds don't have much money left over for anything else. Among the biggest spenders on IT, according to the Partnership for Public Service and Accenture, HHS at $13 billion a year, DHS at more than $6 billion a year, and the VA at nearly $4.5 billion a year.
The federal government spends almost $90 billion a year on information technology, and almost 80% of that is spent on operations and maintenance, servicing systems that may be over 50 years old.
The workforce is aging too. There are now more federal IT employees over 60 than there are under 30. At HUD, 23% of IT workers are over 60. At the National Science Foundation, 18%. And at Labor, 17%, which could become a problem whenever they decide to leave.
There are a lot of folks that are retirement eligible that will be leaving in the near term. The real question is, are we going to be able to attract the best talent to come in to fill those places, and bluntly to do things differently than we've been doing in the past.
And cost isn't the only concern as the government brainstorms ways to convince top tech talent to work for them. Experts warn the nation's cyber infrastructure remains exposed to hackers.
We don't have enough cybersecurity experts in this country. We need about 30,000 to thwart the worst kind of attack on this country. We've only got about 1,000.
Experts are waiting to see how the next president addresses the aging IT infrastructure, but private sector companies don't have to wait for anything, like IBM, whose CEO says the company is trying to adjust to changes in tech by hiring thousands of what she calls new-collar workers who don't necessarily even need college degrees. Brett?
Peter, thank you.